Hello, my name's Dave Bignell, and welcome to my Wii review of Mario Kart Wii. For the Wii. Yes, there's a lot of Wii there. Now, the first thing that strikes me about this game is there is an awful lot to it. Nintendo have really put a lot of effort into this. Firstly, you can use pretty much any controller that they have got for the Wii. You can use just the Wii remote on its side. You can use the Wii wheel, which comes with the game, which is my personal favourite. So you've got the sort of steering wheel feel of the game. You can also use the nunchuck with the Wii remote. You can use the classic controller or the virtual game controller. So really, they've covered all avenues there for controllers. And I think the reason behind that is for fans of previous Mario Kart games can still play this with the controller that they love to play it with. You can play with up to 3 friends at the same time in a race with Mario Kart. That's excluding the online mode, which I'll get to in a minute. The only trouble is with playing with up to 4 players is that once you play 3 or 4 players, the screen gets split up into quarters, and unless you've got a very big television, the actual area you get to see where you're racing can be quite small. 2 players is perfect actually, you've got one screen at the top and one screen at the bottom, but 3 or 4 players, it can get a bit tricky to see your way around the course. There are loads of different settings and loads of different modes to Mario Kart. One of the things I particularly like is you can play as your own Mii. This is something you can't do at the very beginning of the game, it's something you have to unlock, and there are loads and loads of things you can unlock during the game, including more courses, more bikes and karts. There are 32 courses in Grand Prix and or solo race mode. With this, you can play the new courses that are especially for the Mario Kart Wii game, and there are also some retro courses on there as well for you fans of the previous installments of Mario Kart. Some of the best ones are on here, but been improved slightly graphically. As well as the Grand Prix and solo race modes, you can also do time trials where you just race on your own to try and get the fastest lap. And for every course, there is a interesting shortcut, or even more than one. Some of these I've actually seen on YouTube, and I see how people do it, how they cut certain bits of the course. I've tried it myself and haven't been able to do it. There are certain ones I can do, but there are an awful lot of ones out there which I think, how on earth did you do that? There's some amazing racers out there, so well done you. Interestingly enough, with these amazing races, you can play other people online around the world. Up to 12 people at any one time can be playing Mario Kart. It's quite astonishing, really, and there's very little lag with the game. You can be playing it, and you can be playing it with people from Japan, people from America, people from France, all around the world at the same time. It's quite amazing to think that all these different people are sitting in their living rooms playing it at the same time. But the thing is, you get to a stage in Mario Kart where you think, oh yeah, I'm pretty good, I'm starting to do really well, I'm getting first in most of these courses, I'm going to play it online, see how I'm like with other players. 9 times out of 10 you'll find you're absolutely rubbish. Now I know quite a few friends who are amazing at this in the actual game, but when they play it online, just other people, I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they perhaps just sit there all day playing it, maybe that's the answer, but some of these people are phenomenal, and you'll find it hard to even get 6th. So it's amazing that they've got an online game on there that you can play, but it can be very difficult. As well as Grand Prix mode, time trials and solo race, you can also play battles. You can do this online or just against the computer players. There's 2 versions of that. There's coin runners and there's a balloons one. And basically in there you try and beat the other team with either collecting as many coins as you can or knocking balloons off the other players and winning the amount of balloons you have. They're really good, and it's really good that they've included this in the game, but they're not my favourite personally. The other thing they've done as well, which is amazing to link on with the internet play, is not only can you race with other people online, every now and then you'll get different challenges, and it'll be downloaded to your Wii if you've got the Mario Kart channel installed, and you can play all sorts of different challenges which aren't part of the game, and they're specific to that week. So for instance, you can play a lap and they might have changed certain things about it, and you've got to see how quickly you can do that lap. Once you've done it, you go on a worldwide ranking and you'll see where you are. And if you're in the top 10, I think you win a prize, I'm not sure, but the chances of getting up there, you have to be absolutely amazing at it. For those of you who haven't played Mario Kart before, it's not just a racing game, you also collect power-ups, and on Mario Kart Wii they've added a few more different ones just to make the game more interesting. So not only are you trying to overtake people, you're trying to fire things at them such as bananas, different rockets, all that kind of thing, just to get first. Now this brings me to my conclusion, and my negative points on this are sometimes with the power-ups they can be quite unfair. You could be amazing, you could be beating all the computer players, you could be first all the way through it, and just before the finish line you can be hit with a bomb and you can end up being last or one of the bottom places, and that can be really frustrating because throughout the entire game you could have been playing like an absolute genius. So sometimes it can be a bit more luck than judgment, but you know, it is a funny cartoon game and you can switch the power-ups off, which does make it slightly more interesting sometimes. Another negative point to the game is in regards to the Miis. Now, I think being able to play as your own Mii is brilliant, but to actually unlock the Mii you have to do an awful lot of things, and I think this should be something that shouldn't be too hard to unlock because it's a really fun thing to do. But you have to do an awful lot of challenges and pass an awful lot of tests, as it were, to actually unlock the use of Miis. But saying this, the positives of the game are the amount of things you have to unlock. You're started off with quite a minimum amount of courses and karts and bikes that you can play with, but throughout the game you can unlock different things, and to be honest it's quite hard to work out sometimes how you unlock these different bikes, karts, and you can also unlock different characters from the whole Mario world. I'd suggest going online and finding out what you have to do, because it can be quite fun then if you actually know what you have to do to unlock these certain characters. You can go out of your way to try and unlock them. And the other good thing is there's 3 different types of Grand Prix modes, basically easy, medium and hard, which are done in different CCs, and once you've done those you can also unlock mirror mode, where you get to play the entire game again, but this time all the levels, all the courses have been horizontally flipped, which makes things really hard, because when you've got really used to the courses you know you have to turn left at a certain point, it becomes a right turn. And what I find particularly hard is once you've played a lot of the mirror mode levels, it's going back to the courses the way they are can be just as disorientating. The inclusion of an online mode where you can race against other people and also do battle modes and compete to get the fastest lap is brilliant, but it is very, very difficult. So I'd say that's a positive side that they've got that, but perhaps they should have different categories where you enter at certain levels so you're not always playing against the most amazing people. So, in conclusion, I give this a 10 out of 10. It is an amazing game, there's so much to it. All sorts of different age groups can enjoy this game. You can come in as a beginner or as an expert and you'll all get so much out of this game, as there's so much to unlock and there's so many hours of gameplay. And the graphics and music are also very good. Please subscribe to my Wii reviews. You can do this by visiting my YouTube channel, or indeed www.davebignell.co.uk/wii.htm. More reviews coming soon.